Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of Technomaths. So today we will solve one question of trigonometry where it's given that the ratio trigonometrical ratio sum, that is a plus b, okay, and a plus b is given to you and sign of that is known, okay, as per the question. That means here it's given that sine of a plus b equal to 1, cos of a minus b equal to root 3 by 2, and this is the condition. Then how we will be solving this question? Let us see it. Okay. So here it's given that sine of a plus b is equal to 1, right? Sine of a plus b is equal to 1, and the another criteria which is given that cos of a minus b is equal to root 3 by 2. These are the two things or two data given to you, right? Now let us solve it. I have already put a sorts of it little while earlier, but I will explain it over here in this live session. Since sine of a plus b is equal to 1 and cos a minus b equal to root 3 by 2, we need to calculate the value of a and b, right? And the condition is also given that a plus b, the sum of a plus b can be less than equal to 90 degree, and this is definitely equal to greater than 0, right? Students, we know that in sine, when you just check the table of sine, where 1 is coming, here 1 is coming, tell me. So at 90 degree, sine of 90 degree, we are getting a value of 1. So in place of this 1, can't we write it as sine of 90 degree, right? And this sine of 90 degree is replaced with this one. And here sine of a plus b, which is into the LHS, just keep it as it is. Now just remove this sign and you will get a plus b, the value of a plus b as 90 degree. So this will be our equation number 1, right? You can see a plus b is 90 degree, and this is satisfying the criteria a plus b less than equal to 90 degree, right? So this is okay. Now the second data which is given into the question is that cos of a minus b equal to root 3 by 2. So, since cos of a minus b equal to root 3 by 2, in cos, when we are getting the value of root 3 by 2, just when we are getting the value of root 3 by 2 in cosine, here, we get the value of root 3 by 2 at 30 degree. So, in place of root 3 by 2, just write cos 30 degree, right? Now, this will be equal to cos a minus b, which is already into your LHS, right? Now, from this equation, remove the cos, then you will be getting a minus b. This is as equal to 30 degree, just from the above equation, right? So this will be our equation number 2. Now it's very simple. We have almost solved this question. Just add equation number 1 and 2. Just from here, just use the methods to eliminate one of the variable. What? Add equation 1 plus equation 2. What you will get? A plus b equal to 90 degree, which is our equation number 1, added with a minus b equal to 30 degree. Since this is a plus sign, a minus b will be remain as it is, and here you can see b will be cancelled out. So we are getting 2 times a, because 1a here 1a here is equal to 90 degree plus 30 degree, and this will give you the value of 2a as 120 degree, because 90 plus 30 is 120, and from here we get the value of a as 120 degree divided by 2, or which can be just divided to get 60, right? So the value of a is calculated as 60 degree. So one part of the equation of the question is solved, because we have to calculate a and b. So the a is calculated over here. Now use this value of a and put it in equation number 2. You can use any of the equations 1 and 2. So put or putting the value of a in equation 2, right? We'll get the value of another variable, which is b. So since a minus b equal to 30 degree and a is 60, just put this value over here. So we'll get 60 degree in place of a, put 60 degree minus b is equal to 30 degree. And from here we get, since b is in negative, take it into the RHS b, and here bring 30 into the LHS. So 60 degree minus 30 degree, right? So this will give you 30 degree as the value of b. So we received the value of, or we calculated the value of b, right? So we have solved the second part of this equation. Thanks, Jaxi does stuff. Thanks for your comments. Good math, man. Thank you so much. So here we have solved or identified the value of b, right? So the value of a and b is calculated over here, which we have decided to find out, right? Thanks, just like and subscribe to my channel. I will come up with more live sessions. Yeah, for any query you can put up into the chat box. Yes, finally recognized. Oh, hi Jaxi, thanks for recognizing. Yep. That these comments are giving a or meant a lot for me. Okay. So I think for any trigonometrical ratio related questions, you can solve such questions in the same fashion. But remember, you need to just recall the values of few of the trigonometrical ratios, that is sine, cos and tan for 0 degree, for 30 degree, for 45 degree, for 60 degree and 90 degree. For all these five values, you need to remember the value of sine, cos, tan, and if you remember the value of sine, cos and tan, you will be able to collate the values of cosine, sine opposite cosec, then cos opposite sec, tan opposite cot. Yeah, Jaxi does what you are writing. I am a subscriber to you on my other account. Oh, great. Thanks. Thank you so much for your attachment towards this novel cause, because I'm trying to put this or explain the methods of this mathematics, or try to bring this or make it more easier in front of the persons or people who are not able to get into the details. Okay, so I'm trying to bring it in front of all through a social communication to make it much easier. Yeah, thank you so much. So I think we have calculated this question. Okay. Now I will come up with another live session. So any, yeah, sure, sure, Jaxi. Thanks for your time. Yeah, you can carry on. Thank you so much. Love you. Now, for this question, I am explaining it and quickly winding it up. Since sin a plus b is equal to 1, cos a minus b equal to root 3 by 2, and the condition is given that the a plus b should be less than equal to 90 degree and greater than 0 degree, and a should be greater than, and a is greater than equal to b, greater than b, and we need to find the value of a and b. So here what we did, sin a plus b equal to 1, and in sin we know the value of 1 can be written for sin 90, because sin 90 is 1. So just put up the value of sin 90 into the RHS, we get a plus b as 90 degree, removing the sign. Now from here we get a plus b as 90 degree, which is our equation number 1. Similarly, the another data which is given into the question, cos of a minus b equal to root 3 by 2. This root 3 by 2 is the value of cos 30 degree, right? So cos a minus b can be written as cos 30 degree. So removing cosine from LHS and RHS, we get a minus b as 30 degree. Now this is our equation number 2. Here you can see a and b is a variable and a and b is a variable. So isn't it linear equation in two variables? We have two variables, we have two equations. So just eliminate one of the variable. Okay. So what we did, we just added equation number 1 and 2, and b is eliminated over here, and we get the value of 2a as 120 degree by 2. So we get finally a as 60 degree. Now putting the value of this a into equation number 2, what we did, we a minus b is equal to 30 degree, which is our equation number 2. In place of a, we put the value of 60 degree here, and we get 60 minus b as 30 degree. And from here, since b is in negative sign, we bring it into the RHS, and 30 degree from RHS to LHS. So 60 minus 30 is the value of b. Finally b is calculated as 30 degree. So we have calculated the value of b also, right? So thank you, students. I think you are able to understand it, and for any query you can put up into the chat box. You can see as Jaxi does already did it, and I will try to explain it. Okay. So I think I can wind up this session now. Thank you so much for your time and watching. Happy learning. Just like and subscribe. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you. See you.